Just before I get into it, I'd like to do a quick shout out to some of my new subscribers, Christopher, Rudel Tactic, and Diego. Happy to have you along. Welcome to Patrick 8 Lincoln Road. And the very next restaurant on the list is Thai Peninsula, which is pretty much right next to Texas Chicken. Now, this is a very familiar restaurant for our family. We love this establishment. We've been there many times. It's one of the 3 or 4 or 5 restaurants I mentioned going to regularly earlier. That is one of the reasons for going on this journey. So yeah, this is well and truly familiar territory for us. Thai Peninsula has been around for a very long time. Their name actually comes from their original location, which wasn't on Lincoln Road. They were in the Peninsula, Thai Peninsula, in Tiadatu Peninsula, or Tiadatu North, as some may call it, which is not far, just down the road, and it is where my wife was living when we first met. Yeah, so as you can imagine, given that it's a family favorite, we've been there a lot, and I'm very familiar with the menu. So as per my rules for this adventure, I had to pick something from the menu that I'd never had before. And going down the list, I picked pad peru yawn, which is listed under the mains course stir-fried foods, which I assumed would be, a rice stir-fry, but the rice is still separate. And yeah, it didn't disappoint. It was excellent. It was really good. It was very tomatoey, more tomatoey than their other things on their menu that I'd had so far. And it had a very unique flavor. I'd never tasted that in Thai before. Just to give you a bit of a rundown, Thai Peninsula serves you all your traditional Thai food, very high quality. And something I did have, which was something I'd had before, so keeping with at least a little bit of familiar food, was their spring rolls, which they're called po PR on the menu, which are really, really good. They're really excellent spring rolls with a really delicious sauce that comes along with it. So yeah, overall a fantastic experience. We fed the whole family for $75, and so it's not super cheap. It's a reasonable price, but you often don't need to eat the whole thing. So often when we get one of their main dishes, we eat half of it and we leave another half for a lunch or for a future dinner, and that is well and truly satisfying. Or you could have one of their curries feed 2 people quite easily. So when you take into account that it's actually giving us multiple meals, it's actually really good value. So that is Thai Peninsula. I rated an 8. Actually, no, I'm going to rate it a 9, I think. Yep, I'm going to give it a 9. It's not quite perfection, but it's really, really good. And next time, I'm on to completely unfamiliar territory, Eden noodles. So, yeah, stay with me, and we'll see what comes up when I go into Asian noodle restaurant territory. Thank you for listening. Talk to you later.